Hi, everybody. Jean Humbrecht with Humbrecht Law, criminal and traffic defense attorney in Manassas, Virginia. If you're wondering why the three of us are all smiling, it's because we already started laughing before we started the live video today. I am so super excited about this local business spotlight. I hurt my back laughing when I was telling them what we were going to talk
about. Yes, new injury, new laughing injury.
Put that on the list for the podcast.
We need a list of ongoing injuries. We really should.
Laughing injuries.
Yes.
Laughing with gingers, laughing injuries. There's got to be some sort of pun in there. But anyway, before you guys think we're all being crazy, my guests today are Sara without an H, Alepin and Kristina Kury, who are the co-hosts of the most hilarious podcast I've ever heard, Laughing with Gingers. I can't even do my own show. You guys,
yes, Laughing with Gingers.
Podcast is hilarious. I will let them tell you about their podcast and whatever, how they met, how they got the idea for the podcast, how it came to be. And so Kristina, Sara, if you guys want to take it from here.
All right, cool. Yeah. So Laughing with Gingers, we're two feisty redheads with really loud laughs who just really want to share crazy stories. We love playing games. We like spreading silliness and joy everywhere. We got on the phone one day. We were brainstorming, just a random brainstorm session. And Sarah's like, I really like laughing with you and I want to spend more time with you. So should we do a podcast? And I was like, sure. And a week later, we have a podcast. It's that easy.
Like how I proposed to you. I really like laughing with you.
It was so romantic. Oh man. So basically we launch every week on Fridays, and it's sometimes there's a little learnings happening. Sometimes we do histories of puns or histories of domesticated animals. And then oftentimes we have really fun games that we play that Sara embarrasses herself around. That's always fun. And yeah, so it's just lighthearted redheads. If in our, sometimes we have guests on, and if they're not redhead, we make them wear something red on their head. And that's always really fun and interesting what our guests show up with. Anything you want to add, Sara?
Well, my personal favorite part of the, first of all, the brainstorming call was about business. We don't just call each other and we're like, okay, so I was thinking about getting this notebook, but I don't think it matches my favorite pencil. It was like business related stuff. So, because Kristina is a marketing guru and I'm like a master connector essentially is how I would describe myself, I guess. So we were brainstorming about that. But then also my favorite part of the fact that we ask people to put something red on their head to be an honorary redhead is because it's an audio platform. You can't see it.
It's so goofy. I always forget about that. It's so goofy.
Well, I forget about that too. When I'm listening to it and you're describing your guests and what they're wearing on their head, I feel like I'm missing out because I'm listening to the podcast and I'm not watching the video. And then you say this is audio, and I'm like, okay, I'm not missing anything.
They really are wearing red things on their head. No joke.
I believe that.
Oh, man.
And we make them wear it the entire time. It's not like they can just show up in a fireman's hat and then take it off.
And you know what? No one's questioned us. Like, I thought I was going on a podcast. Why do I have to wear something red on my head? No one has questioned us. We say it with such authority that I think they're like, oh, crap. I got to put something on my head.
Oh boy, yes. And one of the reasons that I wanted to start the podcast specifically this year was because I feel like we weren't like laughing enough in 2020. And we wanted to like have that kind of like in-person feeling, even though none of us are actually together.
I love that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that reminds me of something you said, Sarah, because Sarah and I, to all those watching, we met at a virtual networking event. Sarah and I and Kristina is in California. So
yes.
I've never met Kristina or Sarah in person, but Sarah and I met through a networking event, and then we just started talking and became friends. And then I think what you said, Sarah, was we're like the online dating version of Friends.
That is what I said.
You forget these hilarious things that you say.
Jean and I were having a virtual happy hour together. And I realized we hadn't actually met in person, and I thought it was like so strange because one of the things that I always think is fascinating, total random aside, but that's kind of what our podcast is anyway sometimes. So it's cool.
It works.
But one of the interesting things when you're meeting people online, you're at eye level or like, right around eye level with the camera. So you have no idea how tall people are. And then you meet them in person and they're either taller or shorter than you. And you kind of forget. And so Jean and I were talking about our height. And that's how I was like, no way. Really? And she was like, yeah. I was like, I'm 5'5".
Because if you're just looking at like the three of us, like we, my face takes up the whole, whatever you call this third of the screen. I don't look as short as I am. I'm 4'10", and Sarah has no idea. Oh, apparently Kristina didn't know either.
Yeah, I didn't know. Well, we've never met in real life either, IRL. It is a really weird thought to think about. Oh, that was a weird sentence. But it is. I mean, Sarah and I have only met twice in real life. And I kind of feel like you're shorter than me, Sarah, but you just said you're 5'5", and I am too. So maybe my memory is like not working.
I think you wear heels whenever I see you.
Oh, that's quite possible. Boy, I haven't worn heels in a long time. Oh, thank God.
We should take a moment to say thank you, Jean, for having us on.
Yes. Oh my God. Wow, we're terrible humans.
Thank you guys for coming on my show because I think this is going to be a nice comic relief, and we're the three of us laughing. By the way, everybody watching, like my goal is to be a guest on this show. And if the sun hits my hair just right, it looks red. And I showed Sarah an old picture of a bad dye job, and I think I can be on the show.
I think we should probably definitely be on the show. Whoa, we could do like funny law jokes or something. Or like, I don't know, something around law.
Legal terms. I bet there are so many funny legal terms.
Oh, I bet you there are. Or pun legal terms.
So to everybody watching, Sarah loves puns.
Yes.
And I had a note of something else that bad pickup lines. Is that what you like, Sarah?
Yes.
So I don't know how to do the show justice to describe it, but what they talk about on the show is hilarious. I've said that before. They did an episode about puns. Sarah, can I talk about the kid or drunk thing? Can I say that?
You can say, and if it's on the podcast, it is out in the public airwaves. You can say whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. So there was a game that was called Drunk Sarah or Kid Sarah. And Sarah said something that she has done in her life, and Kristina had to guess whether that was Drunk Sarah or Kid Sarah. And that was the funniest episode because that's what all we talked about. There was so much random stuff that so I was listening to it on my patio, and it was so funny. Like there was no way I'd be able to remember it. So I'm texting myself. That's why I'm looking at my phone here to see what I texted. And then one day I looked at my phone and I'm like, what does this mean? And then I realized I was texting what I was listening to on their podcast. So one of the things that I wanted to mention on that podcast, one of you, I think it was Kristina, said that
oh God.
I know, this is ridiculous. You said that your laugh could restart pacemakers. And I'm like, oh. And then you said it with such authority. And then she's like, just kidding. But you totally believed it.
Oh God. Yeah, when old boss said that of me and people believed it. So I still continue the lie. It's funny. Oh God.
So the whole premise of the podcast is to see who can make each other laugh the loudest. There was one episode where we were talking about people being locked in things, right?
Yes.
That was one of the first ones. And there was another thing here.
I don't even remember. Like I said, I black out during the podcast, and I'm just like laughing too much. Oh, another injury is I ate chili right before one of the episodes.
The first
the first one. I learned a lesson, and I'm like, okay, clearly I can't eat right before the episode because I almost threw up. I was laughing so hard. So we're adding Jean's throwing her back out because she was laughing too hard. Mine throwing up. There's got to be other injuries that have happened. We'll keep a running list.
You almost fell out of your chair one time.
Yeah, I was going to say that because Sara and Kristina, even though you can't see it, they give a visual description of what is going on, and so you know what the guests are wearing. And I did remember hearing that Kristina almost fell out of her chair or something.
That was in our brainstorming session. I like tipped back to laugh. Like I think I said this on the podcast where I don't know why, but like I have to like pull myself back and like lift my head up to the heavens to laugh. Maybe I've just learned that I can't laugh right in someone's face. And I almost like tipped right out of my chair. I had to like catch myself. Oh, my eyes are already watering, you guys.
No, I'm already fanning myself.
Yeah, I've ruined my eyeliner before listening to the podcast. So I think I should just say the line and then we can describe it.
Sure.
I don't know the best way to do this so
there's no best way. There's the right way, and that's whatever way you do it.
So one time Sara said, how do I have hamburger in here again? Canoe, celery. Okay. I looked at that and I'm like, what? Because I didn't realize I was looking at my own text. So they were playing a game. What was the game?
I was saying a word and I had a list of words that I had to come up with.
Oh, so you said it.
Yeah. And then Sara came up with the pun. And it was kind of hard coming up with words. And clearly I was struggling because I repeated canoe like 3 times. I said hamburger twice. Like, I don't know what's happening. But she did really good. She like, your canoe. Yeah, all the words. You like passed on 1, I think. And I had like 15 of them.
I might have passed on hamburger because all I could think of was hamburger from Steve Martin because my dog is named Clouseau after Inspector Clouseau, although the Peter Sellers Pink Panther, to be clear.
Just so you guys know.
But that was all I could think of, and then I got stuck on it, so I couldn't come up with a pun for hamburger.
Yeah, I don't think you ever did. But I remember your canoe pun. Canoe?
I can remember it. Can you believe that?
2 in a row!
Air high five.
That was
you guys high five together. Boom.
That was a fantastic pun, Jean. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed too.
Well, I think Sara said it on the podcast and I just remembered it.
No.
Hey, listen, you remembered it. There's no puns that are like original, right, Sara? You just like, heard it somewhere at some point.
Yeah, probably.
Or maybe you're just really smart and they're all original.
I am just so good at my language skills.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man.
I also talk in weird voices and sing a lot, which is very embarrassing because I am not good at either of those things.
Yeah, I think she's sung on every episode.
Yeah,
you sing a lot. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I have no idea what comes over me.
I I have something else that I don't understand my text. It could be a typo, but probably not. It says Shakespeare to Bob's Burgers, one of her favorite things. Do you guys remember that?
Bob's Burgers is one of my favorite things. And I suspect Kristina said that Bob's Burgers is the new Shakespeare.
I don't remember that at all.
Because they are so good at puns.
They are really good at puns. They're real good.
That came right after I sang the that one song about being in outer space and not wearing pants.
There's some cuss words on it.
It's a Bob's Burgers song. You can look it up.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I remember I think you were singing a song from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, she definitely sang that Sebastian song from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah, Sebastian song.
Yeah, definitely sang like a lot of it.
Oh, which one did I sing? Did I sing Les Poissons?
Yes.
Les poissons, hee, ho, ho, ho.
We're not going to be able to get through this.
My eye won't stop watering. It burns.
Mine either. My cheeks hurt.
Well, that's another injury. Laughing with gingeries.
What? I'm sorry. Totally screamed really loud. I'm so sorry. That was amazing. I'm writing that down.
That was so good. That's a pun in our title.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You heard it here first.
Ooh, brilliant.
Oh my god. We might have to have a listener like where they can send us their injuries from laughing.
They're gingeries.
They're gingeries. Oh my gosh. We'll have to credit Jean for that.
Oh yeah, 100% the credit.
Trademark a Humbrecht law, just to be clear.
Yeah.
You all heard it here.
Oh man.
So I think we should just to give everybody a little idea of what the show is like, we should play a little Drunk Sarah or Kid Sarah. Because before we get to that though, there were some other funny texts that I forgot about. Hold on. Well, you guys can keep laughing and talking while I'm looking for it. It was on that episode, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know what this has to do with Drunk Sarah or Kid Sarah, but Sarah, you said that something was the fish stick without breading of scallops, frozen scallop. The fish stick without breading of scallops.
Oh God. Okay, so that story.
I remember that.
You do?
Yep. It's funny. Yep.
That is one of the most infamous Sarah-isms in my mom's life. So I was never the kid that could be. I am redheads tend to be on the stubborn side, feisty and stubborn, and I don't have any shortness of that. And so my parents could never say like, you have to sit at the table and finish this meal or whatever. Like I just wouldn't finish it. I would just sit there forever. So I would sit there for like hours on end. So one day they got fed up with me because I refused to eat these like really gross freezer scallops. And if they're watching this, they already know the story and they're like, oh God, why does she have to tell people this? Because they knew we were doing this today. So although I don't think they've listened to that episode because I haven't heard anything about it. And I probably would have. So I had a soccer game and I was in elementary school. So I was before second grade. And so I wouldn't eat this gross scallop that was like a freezer scallop. It was the breadingless fish stick version of a scallop that came out of the freezer. It was really gross, like rubbery and just like yucky. And I was like not into it. so anyway, my mom said I couldn't go to my soccer game unless I ate the scallop. So I put the scallop in my mouth, but it was so gross and like so chewy that I didn't want to eat it. So I tucked it in my cheek, held it there the entire soccer game. And then after the game, I went up to my mom and said, Mom, I didn't eat the scallop. And went with it.
You showed her, Sarah.
She was like, why didn't you just spit it out when I wasn't looking? And I was like, I don't know, because you said I couldn't like play the game if I didn't eat it. And the rule follower in me took part of that over.
Speaking of the rule follower and Sarah, you have to tell everybody about this time that you called the police to make sure you weren't breaking the law.
Everyone knows this story. Share it, Sarah, because
Kristina, you like to tell this one.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell it. So Sarah, little 16-year-old Sarah is driving home. There's a curfew at midnight. She's like almost home, but not quite home. It's almost midnight. She's number one, scared that the cops are going to pull her over and she's going to get in trouble for being out past curfew. And number two, she stopped at a stoplight, like a light, and it's red and it's not changing because it's like almost midnight. And you know how lights sometimes don't change or get triggered. So she calls the police to tell them, I'm 16. I know I should be home soon, but this light isn't changing. And also I don't want to run it. I don't want to get arrested, but also like you should know that it's not changing for people and you're making people like do some breaking some law. It's the most precious, like rule abiding thing I think I've ever heard. I don't even know what the cops said. I can't even remember what you said the cops said. I'm sure they were like, yeah, you're good.
She
right?
asked
Run
if
it.
I could safely proceed through the light. And I said, yes, there wasn't anyone coming for miles because it was like a flat stretch and I could see there was no one. And then, so then she said, okay, well, and you've made a full stop. And I said, yes. And she said, well, then you can proceed through the light with the assumption that it is, that it is, you are making a safe, very like calculated, pass through the light. And then I was like, can you please make a note of my license plate in case I get pulled over? Because I don't know if they'll believe that I got permission.
Oh my God, I didn't know that part.
I don't remember hearing that either.
I might not have told.
Okay, so you guys, I'm totally pulling like a Sarah and Kristina here. My computer's about to die. I have to get my cord. So you guys can play drunk. I know. You guys can play Drunker Kid Sarah or the animal sound. No, not the animal sounds because that's too much technical difficulties. Play one of the games that you play on your show, and I will be right back.
Okay.
We got this. We could play a pun, Sarah.
We can. And you know what else I have up is Pennsylvania town names.
Oh, that's a good one too.
So
I can guess like the origin. Well, I guess we should explain the game.
Yeah.
Explain the game.
And the origin of the game, because that's kind of a weird thing to just bust out. So we were doing, what was the episode that we were doing when I told you? Oh, bird names. I said we were doing funny animal names like blue-footed booby and titmouse
and just walk away.
Oh yeah, the go away bird.
That's it. I can never remember it right. Just turn around and walk away, bird.
If we were all named so accurately.
What did I miss?
So we were explaining, I have Pennsylvania town names pulled up.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one.
So we were explaining the history of why we brought up Pennsylvania town names as being funny. And so when we were doing the funny bird names, I said it's like the species equivalent of Pennsylvania towns because they have the weirdest names out of any state. I swear. It's actually a Commonwealth, but still, out of any state, Pennsylvania has the strangest names. So we decided to play a game with one of my friends. Chuck came on, and who's nicknamed Chuckles. And he's from Pennsylvania. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pull some Pennsylvania names. And then they have to guess the origin of why it's named that.
So, Jean, you're participating in this.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. So, oh boy, now I've got to find some that are.
I'm just not good at any of these games, by the way. If anyone listens to our podcast, you're going to know how badly I do at games.
But in your defense, Kristina, though, they are very interesting games.
I think the one I did the worst at was, is it Drunk Sarah or an animal did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did real bad. I kept guessing the pig, and it was Sarah, or Sarah, and it was the pig, or it ended up being a dog.
The girl was on who was wearing a red wig, which you described, and because I didn't see it. The pickles, living with pickles.
Yes. Yeah.
Maddie. She was wearing the lion who gets his heart in The Wizard of Oz. Or no, does he get a heart?
Yeah, the lion gets courage in the shape of a heart.
And then we had to do 2 parts because it got so long, and she wore a fireman's hat too.
On a bonus part.
So yeah, that was definitely the one you did the worst at. You did decent on the Pennsylvania town names, Kristina.
That's true. Surprisingly decent.
So you two are going to be guessing why they chose to name these Pennsylvania towns these things.
So weird.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah. Ready.
Multiple choice thing. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Burning well.
Okay, so I'm gonna say there was gasoline in the ground, and one day they threw a match in the well and it started burning, and they couldn't figure it out, and they thought it was like some miracle or something. And then they figured it out that it was gas. They had a gas line or natural gas.
Okay.
Well, I missed this episode, so do you guys go over these?
No. I have no idea. I've never heard this word, like this town before in my life.
Okay, burning well. Let's see. I don't know.
I went very literal with it.
Somebody tried to light a well on fire and then it didn't have any water in it, and they thought the fire would go out, but it didn't.
That's good too. Like it was an empty well and it still caught on fire.
It's named after a burning oil field. I guess oil well.
Oh.
Okay, so I was right.
Yeah.
Half a point.
I think you get like 2/3.
Okay, an oil field was on fire?
I guess so.
That cannot be safe.
It doesn't sound great.
No.
It doesn't sound safe at all.
Okay. Burnt cabins.
I mean, come on. A big old fire swept through town. All the cabins were burnt. Story done.
Okay. Jean, anything to add to that?
Maybe people were having a bonfire that got out of control. My answer is boring. I don't know.
No, I like where you're heading with that. Mine, the fire, who knew where it came from? You had a reason.
A motive.
Yes.
A motive. So this town was so named because William Penn decided to burn illegal settlers' cabins in 1750 to keep peace with the indigenous population.
Ew. That's crazy.
He
But
didn't burn the people.
I didn't think he did.
I didn't either, but still, you're burning people's homes.
Well, but they were on other people's land.
Oh, I guess so. Okay. All right. True. That's so weird to name a town after like that incident that happened. Anyway.
Pennsylvania names are weird. Kristina, you continue to be surprised.
I continue to be shocked by this. I don't know why.
Let's go to another one. I want to try to redeem myself.
Okay. Egypt.
That's the town name?
I think that's the game.
It is the game. So weird. I mean, did the first mayor that settled the town, like maybe his family was from Egypt and he just like missed home and wanted to like, you know, be a part of his home country?
Jean?
The first mayor of that town would have been.
Probably not. It's a long drive.
That's not what I meant. But okay. Maybe because there's a big river that goes through the city.
Oh,
That's a good guess.
that is a really good guess.
So it's an Eastern Pennsylvania community that was settled in 1733, and the residents of Lehigh Valley would travel there to buy provisions. Much like Jacob's sons once traveled to Egypt to buy corn.
Oh.
What?
It's like the weirdest thing.
That is so bizarre.
If that's why you call it that, you could call it like market. You know, travel to the market to buy corn. I did not know that story about Jacob.
Okay. That is so weird.
One of these. Right.
I know. Give us another one. That was super rando. We had no chance. We had no chance, Jean.
Kristina's beating me by 2/3, apparently.
Very specific rating system over.
And by the way, if you are just tuning in now, this is literally like what it's like listening to Gingers. No sense. You hear random laughing. Kristina tries to get everybody back on track.
Yeah. Oh
no. Okay. I swear I'm not being inappropriate. It's a real town name. Lit Tits.
I don't know. Oh, how do you get the name Lit Tits?
She's like, I don't even want to guess this.
I'm gonna say my mind is going in like 50,000 directions here.
Really? How could your mind possibly go in 50,000 directions?
Oh, I can't button it up. Okay. I feel like
never mind.
Okay. I feel like tit has a different, maybe lit has a different meaning than, you know, whoa, this game is lit.
I think the town was named prior to the urban like dictionary version of lit.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe lit.
I wasn't joking. I think
I know.
That's why it's funny. Okay. I think tit means something different than what, like, you know, also Urban Dictionary or, you know, slang right now. So maybe it's something to do with like a cow who was a girl cow, and she
Had udders.
No, she fell into a fire. She did have udders. She fell into a fire and like ran through town lit up.
So
Am I close?
So they named it after a burning cow.
Yeah. Do they call udders tits? I don't even know.
Teats, Kristina. Teats.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God.
This has gone south real quick.
After this one, we can switch gears to a drunk Sara game if you would like.
I don't even know what to say.
It might not be appropriate still.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on this one.
Okay. So Lit Tits was founded in 1756 by members of the Moravian Church and was named after a castle in Bohemia.
Ugh. I was so wrong.
But they are just the craziest names. Everyone should look up, if you need a good laugh, crazy Pennsylvania town names.
If you need a laugh, listen to your podcast.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Jean.
And follow us on Instagram at Laughing with Gingers.
Oh, I do have to say, the other day I was driving down the road and I was listening to not the last episode, but like 2 episodes ago, the one called Inappropriate Laughter.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, I remember that was laughing at inappropriate times. And Sara, I was driving down the street and I was like laughing like a maniac, and people must have thought I was crazy because I was laughing about what Sara said about laughing while watching. And then you did this sound, like what it sounded like.
So it was let me get myself together because I think I lost it when I was telling that too.
No, I think Kristina lost it.
There was something I was saying where I actually couldn't get it out. I was laughing so hard I had to restart telling the whole story because it didn't make sense. I'm not sure if it was that one or a different one, but this one was good. So it was about laughing while watching Titanic because when the ship started sinking and people were like holding on at the last minute, they started hitting the railing. This is so inappropriate. And it was like dink, dink, dink. And it was like donk.
That's so inappropriate. Oh my God, my cheeks hurt.
But then, Sara, weren't people in the theater shushing you when you were laughing?
It's so inappropriate.
I know, and then I was laughing even harder when I was listening to it.
People are dying and they're just laughing at the noises.
When she said she was laughing during Titanic, I thought it was going to be something like the painting scene or the scene where she's on the, I guess that was funny too, the scene where she's on the door in the water at the end.
Yeah, that's true.
I wasn't expecting that.
Nope. That came out of left field.
There's no reason she needs to push him in when she's on the door or whatever at the end, but she's just like, all right, he's probably dead. Boom.
I know. I know.
And to
I
all
was
those
like so
watching
mad at
who have
her.
not yet seen Titanic.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
Ah!
Sara, I was going to go see it.
You had like 15 years.
No, I feel like it's way more than 15.
Like 23 years. It was 1998. It won like 11 Oscars that year.
Yeah.
I am the queen of useless trivia. So you need to do trivia, like aside from Pennsylvania town name trivia.
We need you on for trivia.
And I also want to do, what did I say? First world problems.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I come on twice?
Sure.
Sure. There are no rules in laughing with gingers other than the redheaded thing.
I put them on the spot by asking them.
Well, now it's time to ask because you've got it like essentially in writing, but it's on video.
Yeah.
It's the in writing equivalent of.
It's first world, not problems, but first world something.
Dynamics?
Well, I guess it is a first world problem for you guys that it's now forever recorded that you come on the podcast twice.
Maybe we can have Chuck come back and play trivia with the three of us.
Ooh, that would be fun. We should totally do that. I love his trivia. Have you listened to the Chuckles episode yet, Jean?
No, that doesn't sound familiar.
It's like the last one we just did.
Oh, then no, I missed that one.
Oh, that's the one with the Pennsylvania towns too. But he also did redheaded trivia.
Oh.
I dominated.
She did.
I knew the answer before he even finished the sentence.
Yeah, I was listening to it and she like jumped all over with Pippi Longstocking. She was like on it so hard, so fast. I was like, I don't even know what the question was.
I was finally so happy to have a game that I knew like the answers to.
So the games, there's a game they play where Kristina said earlier, she says a word and Sara has to turn it into a pun. There's another game where Sara says something she did and you have to guess if that was drunk Sara or kid Sara. The other game was playing sounds of animals laughing, and I don't think anyone got any of those right.
No,
that was so hard.
I know.
But I did see another text I sent myself. I think it was the drunk or kid Sara, but I don't remember if it was drunk or kid Sara. You were talking about saving the tadpoles because they were going to air drown. You remember this?
That was drunk Sara, right?
No, that was kid Sara.
Oh, I still can't get it right.
So let's show everybody. Give them an example of drunk or kid Sara. Because we'll both probably forget. So
yeah.
So Kristina definitely knows this one, but we'll see if Jean does. Tunneled under my parents' pillow mountain, waited for my dad to start to fall asleep before bursting out and throwing the pillows everywhere.
I heard this. You did this on the show. I think it was drunk Sara.
It was drunk Sara.
Oh my God. It cracks me up thinking through literal adult-sized Sara, like burrowing into her parents' pillows. And then like right when they're going to bed, bah!
I wonder how long she waited in there.
Yeah.
I have many of these actually.
Let's do another one.
Okay. Hid behind the door, waited for someone to fall asleep before jumping out and screaming.
Oh my God, you're so patient.
That's kid Sara.
I think, okay.
Because Sara couldn't be patient like that.
I know, that's a lot of patience to do that. Yeah, I'm going to say kid Sara.
Ding, ding, ding. It was my brother.
It was of course it was your brother. Of course.
That's how I'll explain my reasoning on these. Because a drunk person wouldn't have the patience.
Yeah. I feel like that's accurate.
I don't know. I mean, I did it was drunk Sara with my parents' bed.
Yeah, but you're like cozied up and laying down. You probably like were half passing out and then they got in bed and you're like, oh, that's right. I was in the middle of a prank.
Oh my God. My poor parents. Let's see. Pulled everything out of the fridge and reorganized the shelves.
Drunk Sara.
Kid Sara.
Drunk Sara. It was when I had roommates and we had like our own shelves. And it was my best friend, Lauren, who is still my best friend. She's been my best friend since I was 6. And she was complaining that she thought that we were all eating her stuff. So she started writing her name on everything. And she would write her name on like a banana, like on the outside. It got really out of hand. And we weren't eating her stuff. Like, I don't know what she was doing, but she was pressed. So one night when she went to bed early, my other roommate and I just rearranged all the shelves and hid all of Lauren's stuff in like weird spots in the fridge.
Oh God, to be your roommate, Sarah. I don't know.
I can't imagine being roommates with either one.
I know. Well, it's funny. Season 2, my actual roommate's coming on, and she's gonna give the inside scoop as to what it's like living with someone that's so loud.
Well, and every time Kristina, behind the scenes, every time Kristina goes to podcast, do you want to give an example of what you do to Jennifer?
Her bedroom's like across from mine down the hallway, and I scream out, "I'm about to go on the podcast. I'm sorry ahead of time." And I hear her go, "Okay." I do it every time.
But Kristina is always laughing though. So I mean, it could be recording the podcast. It could be like,
just on the phone.
Yeah.
Or I do laugh this loud when I'm alone too sometimes. If I'm like watching a funny show or I read something funny, I will laugh like literally out loud.
I will laugh out loud, well, to your podcast by myself, but then also watching the Golden Girls.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're so good.
Oh my gosh. Talk about a feisty redhead.
We should do like I'm on the show.
We like to pull people in, Jean. We like to pull them in the fold.
You should do some sort of game with lines from the Golden Girls. I don't know what it would be, but it would be funny.
Yeah.
Something Sarah said or a Golden Girl said. That could be the game.
Why is it always me?
I don't know. It's just so fun.
Because I am that ridiculous.
Oh, man. That would be a good game.
Yeah, that would be a good game.
Well, luckily for you and technology, I found a website that says more than 100 Golden Girls quotes that will make you laugh and cry at any stage.
Ooh, for your inspo, Sarah.
Ooh. Send it to me. Don't send it to Kristina.
Yeah. I can't see it. Good call.
We also like to not know what the other one's doing in advance, so we won't discuss it. We'll just give like weird hints, like cucumber and sock.
Yeah, it's so true. Very cryptic. But, we like to just roll with whatever's happening.
That was the one, Jean, where she reveals her eggplant joke.
Yeah, I remember hearing that, but I don't remember what the joke was. And everybody watching, the reason I can't remember is because I'm sure the joke had nothing to do with what they were originally talking about.
Yeah, probably.
So tell me again what it was.
So it was a dude that robbed a book something, like a bookstore, using a cucumber in a sock.
Oh, God.
Oh, like as a gun?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I'm just not sure how you even like hold that. Because, I mean, like, how do you...
What's the sock for?
To make it look black.
Oh, like a gun?
I guess.
Oh, so he had it. I was picturing like in his pocket, like...
Yeah.
Like under a shirt or something.
He was holding like part of the sock. Like I imagine the tube part of a sock, or like if it's a fancy man sock, like the part that goes up above the ankle, and then the cucumber was in like the ankle part through the toe.
So a crooked cucumber?
I don't know how you would hold that up.
I really looked hard for pictures and I could not find any.
Oh man.
I found some very disturbing, inappropriate pictures, and then I said,
I bet you did.
I would not recommend Googling on your work computer cucumber in a sock.
Oh no. Oh, firewall.
And that was an episode where they were talking about what criminals getting caught doing stupid things. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That was also the one where Kristina said burritos are heavy.
Yeah.
I still don't remember that.
I don't know why I said that.
Because you got hit with the burrito.
Oh, I got it. Oh no, a tomato got thrown at me. Is that the same episode? Yeah. And I was like, at least it's not a burrito. I guess I said, I don't even know.
No, so you told the Carl's Jr. tomato throwing incident story.
Yes.
You can tell again if you want. As a segue to this woman getting really mad at her significant other, I can't remember if it was a husband or not, but she launched the burrito overhand at him.
And injured him.
And injured him.
Did he die? I don't remember.
No, but he didn't press charges either.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I think they might have been drunk.
They were. He got charged too.
What did he throw?
I think he just was drunk and disorderly, is my guess.
Yeah.
I'd
throw a burrito at him too. Because they are heavy. They're like 5 pounds. They are. I mean, have you ever held like a Chipotle burrito? They're pretty dang like weighty. Maybe not 3, but like definitely 5, but definitely like 2 to 3. I'm telling you.
You live in Southern California. Your Southern California card is revoked for referencing Chipotle rather than a decent burrito brand. I
mean, could say a decent burrito brand, but the burrito band. But I can't think of one off the top of my head. Also, you might not know what it is either.
Well, I will say the dishes from Chipotle are big.
Yeah, and delicious. I love their soy riso. Anyway, diverting. Sorry.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about things with burrito. I know, me
Why did
getting
the burrito come up?
Because Kristina said a burrito was heavy, and that was the episode where I don't know.
You were so self-assured there right in the beginning, sir, and then it just like took a nosedive.
We would have believed you too, like Kristina, when you said that your laugh could restart pacemakers.
I really believed her when she said that, and I went down a logic spiral.
Like, ooh, how does that work? That seems like it would work.
Physically happen. I was actually thinking to myself, and then you're like, I'm just kidding. I'm like, no.
My laugh has upset babies before. I might have told that story. Yeah, I was working at a coffee shop, and I was laughing, and this couple, all of a sudden their baby started crying, and they had to like get up and move outside. And dogs bark at me when I laugh. Does that happen to you, Sarah? Oh my God, more than one dog will like rah, 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 like at me, and I'm like, yeah, and then it makes me laugh even more, and it's just like perpetual. It's not good.
No, usually I'm the one who has to apologize to other people. It's rare that other people have to apologize for their dog to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm the one who has to, that everyone is like doing this at the dinner table as I'm growing up, like loud laughing, and all of the people at the other tables are like,
yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize I leaned out of frame there. They're like,
and for those who are listening to this via audio, Sarah is demonstrating that her head went outside, and I just did it myself. It's not a quadrant. What do you call the 3?
A third.
No, it's not.
No. I mean, it is
Sarah was
great.
leaning out as I am doing. She's leaning out of the frame. You can't.
Oh,
Leaning
wait.
into Jean's frame.
Oh my
Now
god.
I'm leaning into Christina's frame.
Wait, I wanna be like you. Look.
No, lean the other way.
All right, we're gonna lose anybody listening to this via audio.
Oh my god. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh man. It's worth a watch, guys. Worth a watch.
It is worth a watch, and it will be documented and on Facebook. So I get credit for what do we get credit for? Laughing with Gingeries. That's what I
Yes,
get.
laughing with Gingeries. Oh man.
Such a good Jean.
It's so good. It's so good.
But it's so simple too. I'm like laughing with Ginger's injuries. How can I make that a pun?
That is so good.
Mhm,
That is
mhm.
so good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have an ongoing list.
It would be fitting if I was on that episode, but I don't have any funny stories except hurting my back laughing today. I can probably think of some.
I've definitely injured myself laughing.
Oh, we know.
Fallen up and downstairs off the top of my head.
What?
Was that drunk Sarah or kid Sarah?
Sober Sarah?
Kid Sarah, sober Sarah. A third option. Kid Sarah.
Oh,
I didn't
God,
hear what Sarah said. What did you do? I didn't hear what you said. You fell down the stairs?
Up and downstairs laughing.
At different times?
Upstairs?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Did you trip up?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So I was going up the stairs and I was laughing, and I had like a glass of something in my hand, and I was in my parents' house, so I didn't want to spill it. So when I started to fall, I just had to like fall forward up the stairs so I could hold the drink like out.
Did you spill?
No, not a drop.
Good job. Oh my God.
Oh boy, my poor parents.
My cheeks hurt, you guys. I know I've said that before already twice.
Mine do too. And there was so much that I heard on the podcast that was hilarious that we didn't even talk about. What was another game you did? Did we even do the pun game? We didn't do the pun game.
Oh no, we can do the pun game. Kristina, you're gonna have to come up with words.
I mean, I think Jean needs to come up with some too.
Oh.
And I will come up with them off the top of my head. I won't be looking them up in Google at all.
I'm not looking them. Oh. I'm just coming up with them. It's hard.
You can't see what I'm doing.
No, we can't. We can't.
Again, to those listening via audio.
Okay, let me think about a word. I'm gonna say sail. Like a SAIL.
I was gonna say,
how do you spell it? Are you asking me?
No, I was telling Sarah which sail I meant because there's a few sails, which I realized as soon as I said it. That's probably not the best word to use.
Well, I realized it too, and I'm like, does she mean like a sail from a boat or a sail as in like a sail at Michael Kors?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask that too, but my answer would be that drunk Sarah needs some more sail, like ale.
Yeah.
I like how I said that in weird pirate voice.
Yeah, I was wondering who you were channeling in that moment.
Drunk pirate Sarah.
Drunk pirate Sarah. Oh, good God. Okay. Should I just make up a word?
Yeah, sure. Just like pull one out of your butt.
With a word. Everything I think of would be inappropriate. I'm like, how about table?
Ooh.
How is that weirder than hamburger?
What was the weirdest one? I was just I went down a like you know how the circle back conversation has been a thing, like where people have been working from home and they're like, I didn't know I was married to the circle back guy. Everything
What?
Circle back. You haven't heard this? Okay, it's like a meme thing.
I am not down with the kid stuff, Sarah. You're younger than me.
3 years, Kristina, 3 years.
I think I'm younger than both of you.
Oh yeah, you're definitely younger than both of us. Okay, so
Wait, are you going to tell us about the circle back thing? What does that mean?
no, I was going back to the table thing.
No,
okay.
the circle back thing. And everyone, again, this is how their podcast goes. We started with one thing, and then now we're talking about a meme I've never seen, and Kristina has never seen either.
We'll table that for later.
Okay, all right, fine. But I'm super curious now.
That was my table.
Oh, God!
Oh, no, that doesn't count.
I mean, she slipped that in real cleverly. Cleverly, is that a word? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm looking up the meme. I cannot find it. Sarah, are you sure this exists?
Are you making this up, Sarah?
I can't take credit for it, but it was somebody like made a meme that was like, I didn't realize I was married to the circle back guy until we started working from home, and now I can hear him on the phone constantly saying, okay, we'll circle back to that. And that's why it made me think of, we'll table that for later.
I see.
That's another kind of person who tables.
So there was logic to that. The reference to that.
Okay, I've got a word. Squirrel. Squirrel. That one I feel like is gonna be so hard.
I mean, off the top of my head, I'm thinking of squirreling things away,
Yeah,
which makes me
that's
go
not really
down.
a pun, though.
What did you say?
That's not really a pun, though.
No. So that I'm just walking you through my pun process.
A little peek inside the brain of Sarah.
I don't know. I don't have a good one right now, but I will do my best to come up with one.
Okay, great.
Guys, I don't have my pun game together today.
I know. We need to show people what it's like listening to the pun game on the show. I'll give you a word that I heard on the show, and I don't remember what you said. Celery.
Oh, I wonder what I did say with celery. And I listened to our podcast afterward because it's transcribed because it's accessible.
In case anybody wants to read it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ha, 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 ha.
And probably inaudible.
Inaudible noises.
Like that.
God.
Brackets, horrible singing.
Oh my God.
I don't remember what I said for celery. We might have to do an Instagram live or something or another one of these where I have my pun game together. I just don't have it today. I'm disappointed in myself.
I think another word was chair. I think that was a word.
Chair.
I feel like you passed on chair and we had to come back to it.
I don't remember any of my puns other than can you believe that?
Other than what?
Can
Canoe.
you believe that?
I think I wrote canoe down like 3 times because I was about to go on a canoe trip. So I think I just had
you had hamburger, canoe, and celery on there multiple times.
I don't understand. Oh God.
But when she said, "How do I have hamburger on here twice?" It just sounded so funny. Like I can't explain.
I know.
And when I read the text, I'm like, "What?" Oh, laughing with gingers. Yep. Okay. Well, maybe we can move from puns to like, what do they call them? Dad jokes.
Oh yeah.
I forgot we talked about dad jokes too.
Oh, you did? I was just making that up.
No, we only, so on one of the episodes, it might have been the puns episode, I said that I love dad jokes. I think they're so funny.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well,
I think it was the pun episode.
Did you just say?
luckily for you,
I thought she said something else. I won't repeat it.
I said it was the pun episode.
Yeah, I thought she said something else. Sorry. We're not on our podcast.
I looked up dad jokes. I'm trying to find a good one.
Oh, I bet Sarah has some off the top of her head.
I got one. What do you call someone with no body and no nose?
Nobody knows.
Ah!
All right, fine. You got one. Let me come up with a better one.
I love dad jokes. They're the best.
Oh, here's one that might be inappropriate. This graveyard looks overcrowded. People must be dying to get in.
Oh!
Hey, I'm making them laugh, but not with my own jokes.
None of our jokes are our originals, I feel like.
Oh, here's a good one. How does a penguin build its house?
I don't know.
It glues it together.
Oh! Good. I should have given you igloo as a word, Sarah.
And you can't reuse that one.
I know it's true.
Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, but I'm really curious.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh, Jane, that's good.
That was so good.
Oh, words are great.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter?
I don't know.
An irrelevant.
I feel like I might have gotten that one, but maybe not.
Oh, here's a good one. If a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
Sorry, that was really high-pitched. I just broke someone's ears.
You just restarted a heart.
A pacemaker.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry, pacemaker.
Here's a good one. If you see a crime at an Apple store, does that make you an eyewitness?
Wait, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like,
A little eye. Like an iPhone.
I get it now.
Oh, here's one that is my favorite. I was going to tell a time traveling joke, but you guys didn't like it.
That was good. That was good.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Hopefully this is amusing for other people too.
Dad jokes? How can you not like dad jokes?
Somebody gave us the laughing emoji.
Oh, that's good.
I don't even know how you see anything.
Well, on my screen, I can see the number of likes and emojis. So if you're still watching and think that this is funny, I don't know if the same person can do it twice, actually. give us a laughing emoji. Or
We need validation.
I'm going to do another joke. Oh, here's a good one. I love these jokes. Want to hear a joke about paper?
Yes.
Never mind. It's terrible.
Oh, good.
I'm skipping through a lot of these because a lot of these are just silly, but maybe I'll say a silly one anyway.
We like silly.
I could tell a joke about pizza, but it's a little cheesy.
Nah. Oh, I'm hungry for pizza.
I'm hungry too.
That sounds good.
Sorry.
Oh, here's another good one. Here's another good one. What did the coffee report to the police?
What did the who? The copy?
Coffee.
Oh, what did the copy report to the police? I don't know.
Sara, any guesses?
Behavior.
Huh?
What?
Sneezy behavior.
That would be what did the tissue report to the police?
Okay, are we gonna start making up dad jokes now?
Yeah.
What did the coffee report to the police? A mugging. A mugging.
Ah, dang it!
Oh.
Ooh, that one was right there. Right there. Oh my gosh.
Should I say one that I don't understand? I don't understand why this one's funny.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I do. Okay. What did the fish say when he hit the wall?
I know this one. Damn.
What?
I know two jokes off the top of my head, and that's one of them. And let me tell you this. I was in an interview a long time ago. I was like, I don't know, I forget how old, like a, entry-level job. And the guy was like, so we sat down. He's like, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you tell me a joke? Tell me a joke. Or he goes, I like jokes. And I was like, oh yeah, I like jokes too. He's like, well, tell me one. And I was like, like we didn't even start the interview. He just like started it with that. And I said, what did the fish say when he hit the wall? And he's like, what? I'm like, damn. And he goes, all right, cusses in interview. And starts writing that down. I was like, oh, damn. I mean, gosh, darn it. I got the job, by the way.
My favorite dad joke is I actually have two favorite dad jokes, but mine is what do you call cheese that's not yours?
Nacho cheese.
Yeah! Team for the win.
I got one.
Ow!
And I do like the interrupting Cal one.
Oh, I love that one.
What is that one?
Kristina, you want to take it?
No, you do. You do it.
Okay.
Tell me the joke.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Moo. Interrupting Cal.
I mean,
It's so dumb. You like moo over the answer.
it's so. I literally just did this to someone like over the weekend. I'm trying to think who I did it to, but I did it to someone like super like recently. So lame, but just classic. Just classic.
I'm trying to find one that we haven't told yet.
My cheeks hurt.
Oh my gosh.
Your
This
face is
What rock group has four men that don't sing?
Stonehenge?
The Rolling Stones.
Good guesses, but the answer to what rock group has four men that don't sing, Mount Rushmore.
Oh.
You guys for thinking of actual rocks.
Stonehenge.
I mean, I would have gone with Easter Island, but I was like,
yeah.
more than four of them. I think there are like, what are there, 8?
Stonehenge has more than 4 to go.
Yeah, but it only has a certain number of ones that stand up.
Oh, like the pillars.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember how many, and I kind of figured you wouldn't be able to either.
No, definitely not.
Okay, here's another one. Did you hear Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere.
Sarah knew that one. I was like, ooh, I feel like I've heard this one before.
Oh, here's another one. What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle?
Oh, you said this one, Sarah.
Attire.
Yes, you said this on the podcast.
Okay.
Nice. That one. Full circle.
Good callback, Jean.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a good one.
It's so funny.
Why did the old man fall in the well? Because he couldn't see that well.
Oh God.
Oh God, that wasn't what I was expecting.
Oh, here's one I'm not even going to say. I'll say it. Some of these are not
appropriate.
Good, not funny.
Oh, yeah. That too.
Dad jokes are though. Some of them are really funny and some of them are horrible. And you're like,
Like cringy.
Why don't skeletons ever go trick-or-treating?
I don't know.
Because they have no body to go with.
Oh! Poor skeletons.
Poor skeletons.
They have no body to go with. Oh, that's a good one for Halloween.
And Halloween coming up. Why is Peter Pan always flying?
Something pixie dust.
No, something with going up.
Something high.
I'm thinking it's something with growing up, playing as going up.
Oh.
He never
lands.
Oh. That's good.
Did you hear about the bacon cheeseburger who couldn't stop telling jokes? It was on a roll.
Oh, that would be a good word too. Roll.
Oh yeah.
You could do a lot of puns with that one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Why do vampires seem sick?
Something. I don't know.
Because they're always coughing.
Oh, some of these are so dang obvious after you say the answer.
Here's another one. Within minutes, the detectives knew what the murder weapon was. It was a briefcase.
Oh, that's good. I was going to guess it was the candlestick or something.
Briefcase is so good because you could use it for briefs also.
Yeah. I feel like the double words, like a briefcase where you can put the words together, are really good at like separating into a pun.
Oh, yeah.
I should have given you more of those kinds of words.
Cheeses do really well too.
Yeah, there's a lot of yeah. And fruit.
Foods are really good, like the unintended consequences burger on Bob's Burgers.
I knew
that. I was gonna say fruit is good, but it's like food in general is good.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah, running out of time burger.
Yes.
I make so many Bob's Burgers references.
I'm live right now, Jennifer, on an interview.
Was she answering the phone?
No, my roommate knocked on the door. I'll be right out.
Again, everybody, this is just a recreation. And should I tell people whether or not we had a plan for this before we started, or leave them guessing?
Leave them guessing.
Up to you. I'm along for the ride today. I didn't have to do homework.
I know. So nice.
Yeah, but you had to show up and be funny, which was easy because you're always hilarious.
Oh, well, thank you. That's so sweet. I mean, I don't think everyone that's normally around me thinks that, but I appreciate that.
Remember, everybody, I have not met Sara in person, so maybe that will change.
What a wacky world we live in.
Did we say here, or was it before the show started, that I told you that our friendship was the equivalent of online dating?
No, we said that on the show.
Okay.
And Sara and I have done a few Zoom happy hours and literally laughing the entire time. And I don't know how it starts. But
no, me neither.
Yeah.
I did one sitting on the floor in front of where my dog does neighborhood watch, Kristina.
I know that spot. Even though I've never actually been there, I know that spot.
My dog likes to, make sure the streets stay safe.
Yeah.
Very fancy chair.
And he sits there looking out the window.
It's so fancy. And like he ignores Sara. Sarah's like trying to get his attention. He's just like, no, I am on duty.
Yeah.
Go away, Mom.
Got to make sure that everyone that walks by says, oh, he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Streets.
I get it.
Well, we have dominated an hour and a half of Jean's life now.
I kind of have to pee if I'm being honest.
Kristina also really likes to announce bodily function things, like if her armpits smell. She'll tell you which one smells worse than the other.
It's always the left one. Always the left one.
Yeah, I know. I was listening to the end of the Inappropriate Jokes podcast like today or yesterday.
I was being inappropriate with my bodily function. Sometimes, like right now, I've got phlegm up in here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like to give people the update on where my current situation. My pits don't stink today. I do have phlegm in my throat, and I kind of have to pee.
And you're
Oh my God. Kristina gave them so many good updates. So many.
Oh, and I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. That's my only update right now. Sara, what are your updates?
I also kind of have to pee. I don't think my armpits smell. And I washed my hair today, which is like my one day of the week I do that.
You did so good.
Thanks.
Adulting so hard.
Which would lead to our first world problem set of jokes. But we've already been doing this for an hour and 22 minutes.
I know.
You are so good at the callbacks, Jean.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's
admirable. It's admirable.
It's like she's paying attention so much to what's going. Like she can do all of the things at one time.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. So good.
Mm-hmm.
We need to learn from her, Kristina.
Yes. I try my best, but
but you don't listen to the podcast, so you can't do them. Oh boy.
So anyway, we will put a link to the Laughing with Gingers podcast here in the comments, so you guys can all check it out. And you can download it on your phone to listen to the podcast, or you can listen to it online. There, I just put the comment. Submit. Hello. Why isn't it? There we go.
Spotify, Apple, iPod,
Everything.
Podcast. Yeah, everything.
We're on YouTube. You have to, if you want to actually see us, not the logo, then you have to be one of our Patreons and spend like a whole $2 or $3 a month. But if you want to just watch our logo,
you can do that on YouTube.
It's really good. Really
It is a cute logo.
Watch implies, they do have a cute logo, but watch implies something that's like changing, but the logo doesn't change. It's just a static picture. So it's really look at.
Yeah. Well,
if you head to Patreon and you can see us for like $2 a month. You see all our episodes, all of our crazy hats and stuff that people put on their heads, and bonus content too.
Yeah.
Bonus content. I didn't know there was more.
Yeah, there's bonus content. And we've got a bunch that I'm delinquent on putting up. So it's about to go up in the next week.
Yeah. Sarah, you're doing fantastic. Don't self-deprecate yourself.
Yeah, Sara and Kristina both have jobs.
Yeah.
This is
full time.
Yeah. And you're crazy busy, and yet you find time to bring laughter to the world.
Oh, that's sweet.
Thanks. That actually really means a lot.
Yeah.
I was going to make a joke about it because it made me uncomfortable because it was so nice.
You're going to make a joke about it because it made you uncomfortable?
Yeah, you know when you like deflect compliments with a joke because you know, it's so nice and you're just like, aw.
Yeah. I do that when someone compliments my dress and it has pockets. My default is, oh, it has pockets.
So you know what I do? If people compliment something I'm wearing or like a purse or something, oh, I got it on sale at such and such. And I'm like, why do you do that? Like,
I do that too.
Yeah. Or, oh, it's fake.
I don't think I've ever said that.
Really? If I like got something that is like a, you know,
knockoff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then people will be like, oh my God, I love your bag. I'm like, oh, it's fake.
The way we deflect compliments is so sad. We need to embrace them a lot better. Yeah. No. Absorb it.
Throwing blocks.
Yep. Yep.
Like Wonder Woman with her gold cuffs, deflecting bullets.
Wonder Woman.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that we need to learn to embrace and absorb the compliments better. Because we all need it.
Yes. And that is your wisdom of the week from Laughing with Ginger's co-host, Kristina.
Thank you.
I'm glad that my compliment made you so happy. But it's true. The podcast is hilarious. And again, I am not kidding. Like this Facebook Live was like a podcast. Was there or was there not a script? You'll never know. It's on the podcast.
You'll never know if we'd have one on the podcast either.
That's what I mean.
Unless I flub a word and then I make fun of myself.
Yeah, I was going to call you out, Sarah, but then I didn't.
Yeah, that happens all the time. I'm like, wow, I just said flum instead of from.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also, they don't edit the podcast, so it literally is Sara and Kristina.
Live to tape.
And Fridays at 3, right? Fridays at 3?
That's when we record. So we actually, yes. And we are officially an episode ahead right now. So it's dropping on Friday at midnight.
Oh.
So you can get it in the morning if you want.
Mm-hmm. Before 3.
Well, I'll listen to it on the way to work and hope that I can still drive safely.
It has my parents on it, and it's pretty dang funny.
It's
the last one
Friday.
The last one that I listened to, your sister-in-law was on, I think, the Inappropriate Jokes one, and then you mentioned that your parents were going to be on. I can't even imagine that.
It's actually a topic that you will really enjoy, Jean, because it's criminals. It's the world's dumbest criminals.
Mm.
And my parents brought stories. So me and Sarah are just sitting there letting it happen.
Now I can't wait.
I know. It was a really good one. I was exhausted after it.
Yeah, I think it's a long episode. I think it's over an hour.
Well, today we went an hour and 28 minutes. Jeez Lou.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we should probably let people go.
This is why I have to pee. I drink a bunch of tea. My bladder is like an hour and 28 minutes. Are you crazy right now?
All right, Kristina, we will wrap it up.
Thank you, Sara, for ending my show. That was the most I've heard you laugh all day.
What?
Oh boy.
It reached a pitch I haven't heard.
I try to keep it into human hearing level and not upsetting animals range when I'm on shows.
Very considerate of you.
Oh boy.
I
boy.
can't even repeat that quote. I try to keep it at human. What? Say that again.
Human hearing range and not upset animals.
It's better. It's definitely better.
Literally the entire time. Like, I'm going to have to redo my makeup because I've been laughing so hard.
I hear that.
Mine's looking rough.
Well, luckily with the quadrants being split into 3, you know, we can't, our faces don't look so big, so we can't see the messed up makeup.
So true.
That's like a first world problem, but it's not.
Yeah.
We can hide the fact that our eyeliner is running.
Yes.
Because the screen on our Facebook Live is split into 3.
It is kind of first world problems-ish. First world occurrences.
I'm really excited for our first world problems episode with Eugene. It's going to be good.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a good one. I know.
I already have a few written down, but I'm saving them for you.
Yeah, save them.
Good. We like to be surprised.
I know you do. And it makes you laugh.
Oh boy.
Well, we have to go because we're going to just be here all night. And Kristina has some more pressing obligations right now. So.
I know.
All right. On that note, thank you to Sara without an H, Alepin, and Kristina Kury, co-hosts of Laughing with Gingers, the podcast where 2 feisty redheads compete to see who can make the other laugh the loudest. Did I say that right?
Yes, absolutely.
That is literally their script. And I clearly listen to every episode.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Jean, for having us on.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. This made my day. This was hilarious.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the 2 episodes on Friday and till my episode on the podcast. But I put a link to the Laughing with Gingers podcast in the comments, so you guys all have to check it out. I'm not kidding. It is hilarious. You need to listen. Like, it's hilarious. So when I first heard about this, I'm like, well, that sounds like it's going to be funny. Like, how funny can it really be? It's very funny.
I love it.
Oh, I'm so much fun. I don't want to go, but we have to go.
Maybe I'll meet you for a Zoom happy hour later, Jean.
At some point, we will definitely get that going because I need more laughter in my life.
We all do.
Kristina, we need to do a Zoom happy hour sometime.
I'm on board with it.
Kristina and I live 3 hours apart. 3 hours, right? Difference?
Yeah.
So it's tough to coordinate happy hours.
Listen, it's COVID. I start drinking at 2 sometimes.
It's airport hours in Corona time. I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it again. There is no judgment for whatever time you start or stop drinking in coronavirus time.
Yeah, 2 o'clock is 5 o'clock y'all's time. Sometimes I get on, like, you know, East Coast happy hour Zoom calls.
Okay, done, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So, and it's past 5 o'clock here.
I'm going to get a glass of wine.
Yeah, you are. That's classic. Classic Sara.
Okay, you guys, seriously, like, I mean, we really could do this all the time. Like, we should do this offline sometime. We're talking and acting like nobody's watching us right now. Of course, you guys are used to it with the podcast.
That's why it's so funny that it actually converts.
What did you say? We were like, nobody's really gonna want to listen to it, but we'll have fun. So, but now we have like 300 consistent fan listeners every episode.
That just gave me heart palpitations knowing that 300 people are listening to us. Whew. Like, it sunk in when you said that. I'm like, oh God.
Well, not to make you feel any worse, but a lot of people, these videos get a lot of views too.
Kristina.
Oh no. Oh no.
Gives me heart palpitations.
Now you really have to pee. And did my laughing start those palpitations? Or
No, the 300. Oh, ha.
No, the
Yes, it did.
laughing restarts the pacemaker.
Yeah. Whew. I can't even. I can't.
Oh God, I am very hot now.
And we were supposed to, I think, talk to people about what it's like to start a podcast and how you got the idea and all that stuff. And
I think you're just gonna have us on for the logistics of podcasting.
Yeah,
done.
we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll talk about logistics. Maybe ask people to bring their questions.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I will advertise that. Bring your questions about podcasting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll be happy to answer.
Yeah, we both are good at different things, so it works out great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm good at the callbacks.
Yes, you are. Very good at the callbacks.
Okay, now I really have to go because I have a call in 15 minutes also.
Okay.
My day is not done here.
Yeah, and my wine glass is starting to cry a little bit. It's
And
like
my day is not done either. I still have calls I need to make, and it's 5:45 East Coast time.
Ooh.
5:45. Oh my, it's later than I thought it was. Okay, I did the outro like 15 minutes ago, but thank you to Sara, Alepin, and Kristina Kury, co-host of Laughing with Gingers. Why are you doing that, Sara?
we just do that when we end our episode.
I would never see that.
I do it every time we start to end our episode.
Yeah, you got to be our Patreon, Jean.
All right, I think I can spring for the $3 a month because I got to see the bonus content. Anyway, Sara, Alepin, and Kristina Kury, the co-hosts of
I don't. I'm sorry. I can't keep things serious.
The co-host of
I'm just gonna
the hilarious podcast where two feisty redheads compete to see who can make the other one laugh the loudest.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.